So I got a place which I didn't expect to in a really high profile unsupported race event, a race across the, it's going to be doing Land's End, John O'Groats.
Man, people couldn't get their head around. They're like, what do you mean? Like, okay, I'm going to race from the bottom of the UK to the top, but we're going to go on this really complicated route where it's a lot of off-road and maybe walking, and I've got to carry all my stuff. How long are the stages? And I was like, oh, the first one's like 630 Ks.
GBDuro in 3 words. Hard as.
So in preparation for doing the GBDuro, I was like completely no experience, didn't really know what an ultra really meant, didn't even know how to train, hadn't done any structured training. My partner Angela was, I did pay for a coach for her for Christmas, and she was like starting to get these kind of structured training regimes, and she was like, if you're doing the GBDuro, you're going to have a coach. So this is Rich. I got introduced to him for a few of the riders. That he was the perfect coach for the GBDuro. So Rich, what was your reaction when we first spoke and I said that I wanted to do the Pan Celtic and the GBDuro?
Ambitious, to say the least, but yeah. I knew that it was doable, and the main focus was to make a completion. That was the big thing. I know in the end that didn't quite happen, but you really got a very, very long way, which was incredible, really, especially given the conditions and the things that you had to battle with. So around the Pan Celtic, when you first said to me about I want to do the Pan Celtic and then I want to do GBDuro, I was like, whoa, that's even for somebody who's seasoned, conditioned. Doing the Pan Celtic first is going to put you on the floor, and you're never going to be anywhere near recovered for GBDuro. So you know,
there was only like 2 weeks gap between them.
Yeah,
like the naivety of it. I think I could do that, then do the next one.
But you learn these things as you go along, and you learn what's feasible recovery. And 2 weeks for even a well-conditioned, seasoned ultra racer, you're wiping out 2 weeks before you start kind of getting back into training again. Anyway, so to give yourself a double hit like that wasn't going to work.
Yeah, so it was like
again saying, "Don't be stupid," isn't it?
Yeah, completely. But for me, I didn't even know what being coached even meant, what I had to do, because my idea was that I was just going to go on loads of long rides every weekend, and that would get me there, and probably not even do rides in the week. But like, how did just give a brief into how did you get me ready to do that distance?
Well, just getting out and doing long rides is going to get you quite far. There's no question about that. But then, if you want to work on specific abilities and you want to push your aerobic engine up and get better quality out of your training time, then you need to put some structure into it. So it was very clear to start with that you had just ridden before, which was great because you had that under your belt. But then we started introducing some long tempo blocks, which he responded to well, and I could look at your heart rate response and your power response and see that yes, he's adapting to this. So we're gonna lengthen this out. Being the type of rider and the type of with your target event, it was really important to work on the specific abilities that you need for your event. So that's why you're not doing a short course race. You don't need a strong anaerobic battery. You needed to lengthen out that timing zone so that you're getting used to the kind of demands of the event, like long grinding climbs. And I think we did some low cadence work as well. That's the type of work that you needed to do in those initial stages to prepare yourself for an ultra.
Right, so I've got my bike set up, all ready for the GBDuro. It's all packed. 2 weeks out, just doing a test, and I'm doing a little recce on the route. So I've just been dropped off up by Barnstable. I'm going to head through Exmoor and test out all my kit and make sure I remember how to sleep. Like there's a good straight line to the GBDuro now. Knee hasn't complained once. The bike is handling everything I want it to really smoothly. Setup feels great, so all the off the bike prep seems to be doing great. I spoke too soon. Knee started to hurt. So night before leaving, faff. I changed to this mega saddle, which I used up to when I did the route to zero back in November, and it's super comfy. Tried it on gravel last week, really comfy. Because this saddle, which I use all the time, which I'm really happy with, apart from when I did the Dales Divide and my coccyx was really painful after. So I'm worried about the gravel doing that again when I'm doing kind of 600k stages. But I've just been riding on it now, and it's really uncomfortable, and it's pushing my legs out slightly, and so that's mess number one. So I'm switching my saddle back last second. I also have, with the knee pain, I've tested out some Egg Beta pedals instead of my Garmin Rally pedals, and put some inner soles in my shoes, done some other stuff, and my feet are killing after an hour ride, and I think the egg beaters are too far out compared to the Garmin's, and so I'm just going to revert everything back to how it was and just deal with it. Such a faff. So I'm out with the fastest guy in the village for a warm-up ride before the GBDuro, and this is my first ride in 12 days since I had knee pain. I'm gonna be honest, it is, I can feel it. It isn't all perfect, so the ride's gonna be fun, but I'll definitely be at the start line. So just left the campsite, heading towards Land's End. Seems that this is going to be a no pain ride from here to Land's End, at least 2 minutes. Turned up at Land's End, and my Apidura bag was swinging a little bit, and this kind guy offered me to try a tail fin for the GBDuro, so thought I'd give it a go. And
all on their bikes, don't they?
So we're about 10 minutes in. Although I'm going easy, my heart rate's through the roof. Alan tells me it's flurry about being excited. It's excitable! Very. So I've just come up with a little hack for keeping my knee as good as possible. Got 6 fabs up my shorts, 2 in my mouth. Oh, so good. Just arrived at the Camel Trail. Oh, shade is so good. It's been so hot. I had to stop for 25 minutes to eat some ice cream and sit in some shade with about 5 other riders. Back on it now, and this section on the Camel Trail is wow. Really. So I'm 10 hours in. Luckily so far, no knee pain. Touching any wood I can find, and just keep pushing through. Hopefully it's going to get a bit cooler in the night so I can keep riding. Okay, over here. You less grumpy now?
I'm always grumpy.
How's everybody doing over here? All good?
Yeah.
You're still alive?
Just about.
That's right.
A bit hot today.
Decided to drink all my coffee before midnight. So I've committed to going all night. There's no sleeping after what I just drank. Shit the bed. Right, it's close to 5 AM and I'm still going. Some I think I'm moving quite slow. What's been racking through my head is, can I keep going and get from 21 to top 10? Next, keep going past tenths. I've counted 11. I think I might have made it top 10. Next thing, deliberating. Should I keep going until 7 or keep going until 11? Because if it's high heat like today, I'm best just keep riding and then sleep for 2 hours or 3 hours through the hottest period, and then get myself ready for the cool down period and then a night ride again. Dilemmas. The best feeling when you've ridden for the night is to suddenly realise it's no longer dark. Say hello to sunset. Those glasses are brilliant. Especially for Rich Norgate. I just found this dude. Say hello, what are you up to?
I'm just waking up.
Yeah.
I don't know what time it is, but ready to go another day.
Oh man, what happened?
Got a little rip on my sidewall right near the rim.
Have you got anything to fix it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can't really be asked, but I'm gonna maybe stitch it, maybe just tape it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well
Wish me luck.
good luck. Self-supported, so I can't help you. Just
Yeah.
gonna have to leave you to rot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gonna rot.
Have fun rotting.
I'm gonna melt.
See that in the sky? It's clouds, they've come to save us. First time I've seen a cloud in 30 hours. Oh, I hope they're here to stay, but obviously no raining. So this is the bridge to Bristol. Right, so feeling like it's time to stop tonight. It's 1:30. Guess I've only had an hour and just under an hour sleep since yesterday morning at 8. So it's probably the best idea rather than burning myself out. But had some food tonight and threw it up while I was riding. So a bit deficient on the calories and struggled to eat for a few more hours. Just started to feel a little bit slow. You can definitely hear it in my voice. I'm failing slightly. So gonna sleep and continue tomorrow and aim to get in after lunch before dinner kind of time. Fingers crossed. I look an absolute swollen mess. Well, I nearly ran out of water last night, but we've just found a river and it's time to fill up. I haven't drunk all morning just in case I ran out. So, relieved, saved. How you doing? How you doing now? You've got a sidewall.
It's holding so far. This isn't very fun.
That might have been the best descent of my life. Oh, absolutely hammered it. My tyres survived. Literally. Oh, look at the view. This is amazing. Just having a sit by the side of the road. I've really been struggling to like drink or eat anything today. It just won't go down. I keep on forgetting. I think I'm like 4 hours in and I've probably had a quarter of what I need. So I've just realised I should just put some carb powder into my drink and just get on. So that's what I'm done. I'm just searching for hot food, but every corner doesn't bring any. Climbed a fantastic hill. Pretty relentless in what we found at the top.
I reckon just take it down.
You mean this red flag thing?
Yeah.
But it doesn't have a light on the top.
Drape yourself in it. Then.
What does it even mean? Does it mean we have to go back down the hill?
Oh, God.
Oh, we're going delirious here. And we don't really want to die, but we also don't want to go down and back up the hill again.
Ask this guy.
Yeah, let's wave these people down.
On this time. Oh, God.
Let's see if we can do it. Right, I am absolutely obliterated. This is going to be the hardest 35k of my life. I'm walking up. It's flat. It's actually flat. I don't know why I'm walking up it. It's because my bum hurts so much and I can't feel my fingers. But now I'm walking, I realise I can't actually bend my leg because the knee and the back is really sore. It's like some kind of tendon issue. I think there's a good chance I won't be starting again tomorrow. So much better than that endless gravel track.
I bet no one else, not many came down here.
Just went for a little lull before. Like, Alan found me just, I think I was in a bit of a hole, just feeling sorry for myself. I don't think I had enough water, enough sugar. So I've basically taken a load of sugar and water and back in civilization, back on roads. Welcome. Checkpoint 1.
Hey?
There's a sign.
Where?
Just there.
Alright.
That's it. You stand next to those gold plaques. So got a good night's sleep last night, feeling really refreshed. Woke up a little bit late, so after breakfast and then trying to sort all my kit out again, ended up leaving late. Forgotten to put the routes on for the second part. Haven't found signal yet, so I'm just looking in the distance and seeing riders and hoping I can follow the track until I get some signal. Fingers crossed I get it soon and I can start following the map again. The wheelbarrow race. Nice to meet you. I don't know where we're going, but I hope it's up that massive windy road over there because it looks insanely fun. That was amazing. That was the best climb I've done with bags on. Like, tail fin. Wow. Tail fin. Wales is bringing fun. Nice rocky descents. For some reason they feel so much smoother when I tried them on 33 mils. I can actually control where I'm going. Roll on 2. Obviously I'm only filming this because it's possible, but this is a regular look at the evenings on GBDuro. Just doing gravel in the night, hoping to cling on. But this is the easy stuff because I can film. Riding with a herd of cows running down our track. Hopefully. So I had the most ridiculous night. I basically arrived just at the end of the off-road session after Offa's Dyke, absolutely dripping wet. And I was like, right, I can bivvy next to this like kind of bike centre because I needed a few bits and could have a bit of a sleep next morning. So went around the back and well lucky the toilet was open, had a dryer. So I was like, right, whipped all my clothes off and started drying my clothes. Shut the door behind me just because it was getting a bit cold, and then realised the door wouldn't open. It was locked from the outside and there was no way out. It was like 2:30 in the morning. I was shivering and I couldn't get out. So I dried my clothes like one by one, washed them, and one by one was putting them back on, and then I ended up trying to sleep on the cold tiles in a kind of fetal position, shaking a lot and using a toilet roll as a pillow. But every 5 minutes the urinals would get cleaned, and I thought there was somebody coming in, so I would not go asleep and wait, like judder, and that went on until 9 this morning, I think. I was banging on the wall. I could hear people either side, and they finally came over and opened the door. So I don't know whether I'm going to be disqualified for sleeping indoors, but I really wasn't intending it. Fucking hell. Ridiculous. Right. Feels like a lifetime ago I was actually on the road, but I'm back on the road. I'm actually feeling great, weirdly. I feel really rested. I've got all my food supplies for the next 18 hours. So I think that's all I've got to get to the checkpoint. I think I've got around 300k. It's gonna be really, really tight. I cannot stop, and I'm going to give it my best shot. Amazing timing. The parents just came straight from London off a train and found me in the middle of a road.
Just made it.
Great. Well, I've been with them for 13 minutes chatting. That's a lot of time in my current time span. So back on with it. Hey, so it's been a bit quiet today. Just had my head down, trying to ride. Really pushing a bit harder. Drop looking at numbers. I'm just going to feel now. Going really well, and then just had a mechanical. So spent two hours going to bike shops and whatever else, trying to get it all sorted. So lost 2 hours. So I've only lost 10 hours today with the toilet incident. So yeah, I'm just arriving in Manchester, which feels incredibly strange being back in well, I'm not often in the city, so if you're wondering about the saddle sore, which was pretty horrendous yesterday, it seems like lying on the floor in a a toilet with no pants seems to solve saddle sore. Recommend it to anybody. Just in the middle of my first midge attack. I woke up, just thought, pull the bivvy off, let's have a look at the world. Within a millisecond I was attacked like crazy, and off I went looking for my head net. First time I've ever used it. You can see them just flying past. I just got quite dry lips, so I went to get them Vaseline. Zoom, in they went. Oh, crazy. Now I've got midges in my Vaseline. Good morning. So I did have some grand plans yesterday. I was like, right, I reckon I can just ride through to the end. I got to 2 AM and I was going so slowly. And then I was like, it's starting dangerous. I'm gonna have to actually sleep. And then I realised, other than like a few little shivering naps in the toilet, I hadn't slept for 48 hours. Probably, maybe not 48, maybe 36. I couldn't do the maths. My brain was completely gone. So had a good sleep. Just got up to a midge attack, and now I'm pushing on through the cows. Hey dudes. Oof. Right, I won't be doing too many updates today because all my batteries are gone, and I need to preserve it for the wahoo and the routing and get to that checkpoint. Can I make it? No time for stopping today, but I've got my coffee. Woohoo! Oh, they're spraying at us. So I'm quite far up Dunfell. Done quite a lot of the steep sections. Just got the final steep section to do now. Then I'll be ploughing down to checkpoint 2. That is absolutely nuts. Feels like I've just gone on from moon to some weird lunar landscape to bogs to slidey mud. It's surprisingly pretty fun. I'll just keep on going. I have to really concentrate. Right, so I made it to the checkpoint last night. It was a mission. Right, so I'm up in Kilda on the way up to Scotland. Stage 3. So I completed stage 2 yesterday against all the odds you can ever imagine, which seems to be the way I'm tackling this event. It's just very tough, and I'm completely on the edge of being capable of doing it, mixed with all of the other bits. So today, I think I got in at midnight, time I got some food and sorted my stuff out. It was 2:30, and then I was up again at 5:36, I think 6, maybe a bit, I don't know, I didn't really look. But I felt like I slept good quality for the amount I slept, but the fatigue's setting in now. I'm pretty shattered. I'm pushing my legs and I'm not really moving too fast. But I'm gonna keep chipping on. I said I was gonna have like good food, like proper food today, but I've had 4 dime bars, 2 packs of Haribo, 2 protein bars, and a load of sugar in my water. Haven't seen anywhere to eat yet, so look forward to when that pub finally arrives. Right, I've just had a 15-minute power nap. Hopefully I'm back alive now. I'm gonna rock on. That was right. Both of us, we just made it to Scotland! Way! And we have no energy to go any further! Oh, this is so hard. With the wind. Gabby's falling off again. This is a very tough trail. It's really skinny and the wind's just knocking. Right, good morning. Well, I'm in Scotland and I've bivvied for the first time in Scotland now. There was no midges and we're quite tired and slept next to a river, so took a risk, but woke up really cold. So I just didn't get out of my sleeping bag. So I've got it insulating me inside, like, well, I look a little bit pregnant. but it is very nice and warm. I'm probably going to have to take it off soon riding up this hill. This morning didn't go super smooth. Went to start riding and was like, this is a bit squishy. Touched my tyre, no air in it at all. And last night before finishing I was like, I'm feeling really tired. My wheels just aren't spinning. It's because there was no air in the tyres. But with the Cush Core you can kind of get away with it being spongy. Put a plug in, all sorted. Out of all the days and the mornings, today I feel the most tired and in the most pain, struggling to get started. Hopefully everyone finds breakfast and that just gives me superpowers. So I've been in the middle of nowhere, completely destroyed, without food. Looked on the map and I couldn't even work out where there would be food. So I googled food near me and there was a bakery. So I came to find the bakery. It turns out it's not a bakery, it's a woman who makes cakes for markets. And then I just decided to knock on the door of the house next to it. And then here's David.
Hello.
David did the GB Divide last week. And the
Transcontinental.
Yeah.
And Joe Nation, who won the GB Divide, is our daughter's partner, and he's here quite a lot.
And your daughter rides bikes as well a little bit.
Daughter's Katie Winton for Enduro World Series GT factory bikes. So this is like cycling epicentre of the Manor Valley.
So
in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, completely in the middle of nowhere at a random house. Like mind blown. How am I doing this? I just knocking on the right doors. So David just made me breakfast and brought me back to life. And ended up in the middle of a cycle race. He's last too. Fellow races on the track. The competitive. So they know the route is over the bridge. There you guys. Wow. Look how close they are. Is it Howard?
Yeah, it's
Howard from last year. Just well, we just found me and we've just done a little bit of riding together.
Yeah.
Shared a few stories about how I broke everything and he didn't. And I'm going to crack on and
I'm going to go home, yeah.
Back in his car.
Yeah. So
Well,
good luck.
Lovely to meet you.
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers.
Right,
So I'm riding somewhere in Scotland, up some hills. It's very windy. I really feel like sleeping, but there is no options. I can't really pedal up the hill because it's so windy, so I'm walking very slow. So, woke up this morning, pretty cold, so I'm keeping my airbag look going on with my sleeping bag again. Last night I was so tired, I was riding along and I realised I was starting to fall asleep, so I just pulled over. I'm really tired, I'm really fatigued now. I just feel like I'm not too sure what's real anymore. Although I do, but like I'm just in this bleary, everything just blends into one and dreams and reality just seem to be somewhere in between. I think I'm going nuts. So I think last night actually just broke me properly for the first time. I really needed to sleep and everywhere didn't look very sleepy. I just couldn't actually, like everywhere I looked to sleep was either a bog or a river or on a slope. It's like just no options. And I'm also like, the ferns also get me, so I remember hyperventilating once when in the middle of the night, so I can't choose the ferns, so just had to keep on going. But that kind of meant that I was just absolutely destroyed and crawling along. So took a load of sleep last night, which means my plan of getting there for 6 is out. Hopefully I make it in time before it rains and winds and becomes crazy storm. Right, so about 2 hours ago I was in an absolute hole. My foot nearly fell off, had a sleep, was looking at my toes, wondering how I was going to carry on moving, and then a girl flew past me on a mountain bike I was like, what are you doing? Go catch her. So I literally just pushed to see whether my legs would even work. And 2 hours later, Sonia's still here. She's somehow brought me back to life. Hope this is not a disqualification for getting support, because I wasn't drafting, I was just chasing. But she's about to drop off, and her partner's continuing the route. So maybe I'll see him blast past me at some point. I left my rice on the floor, and look what's happened. Dog, do you like my rice? Yeah, well, I think I've lost those carbs. Just made it to the top of the big climb. And look at the view. Look at this breaks. All I've got now is the descent down to the checkpoint. I think I've made checkpoint 3. Obviously got to do the descent. I just burst out crying when I came into Augustus. I can't believe I've made it. It's a bit ridiculous. It's probably like the hardest 24 hours of my life. I can't wait to sleep. It sounds like I'm really sad, but I'm actually really happy. Just gone the wrong way. I just had to perfectly get into the last bit. It's having so much fun on that descent. And that's my body saying time to stop. So I won't be doing the final leg to John O'Groats, but I'm very happy with where I've got to and the amazing adventure I had. So over and out, go and put my bivvy away for the last time. This is the journey round to the corner to the legendary toilet. This is it. This is the one. These are the dryers that I dried all my kit in. And this is the corner I tried to sleep in.